The Civil War and its major figures. The first figure you see is Abraham Lincoln. He was the president during the Civil War. To him, the war was about bringing the Union back together. By doing so, he drafted the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed all slaves. This provided the Union Army motivation to continue fighting. This later led to the passing of the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery. As you can tell, the South was not in his favor. The next figure you will see is Andrew Johnson. He started off his journey in the Civil War as being the vice president during Abraham Lincoln's term. After Lincoln's assassination, he stepped up to become the 17th president of the U.S. Johnson wanted to carry on Lincoln's views of bringing the South and the Union back together. As a Democrat, he supported states' rights. In 1868, he was impeached, but he was not removed from office, but he did not apply for a second term. Then there's Ulysses S. Grant. He was a U.S. general and commander of the Union forces in the late years of the Civil War. He was determined to crush Robert E. Lee and his army. One of the difficulties he faced was being demoted during battle. After the Civil War, President Johnson named Grant Secretary of War. Now you will see Robert E. Lee. He was a general and commander-in-chief of the military forces in Virginia. Although he supported the Union and their way of living, he went on to lead the Confederate forces of the South. After he surrendered, he then went on to assume the presidency of Washington College. He became a legend because he set a good example to others. Then there's Stonewall Jackson. Jackson was a hero, and he joined the Confederacy and quickly earned the reputation of fearlessness and determination. He served under Robert E. Lee. During the Battle of Chancellorsville, he was mortally wounded at the age of 39. He died from pneumonia during the war after his arm was amputated by being shot by one of his fellow men. Then you will see William Sherman. Sherman was one of 11 children. He started off as a colonel of the 13th U.S. Infantry Regiment. One of his biggest difficulties was losing 3,000 men at the Battle of Kennesaw Mountain. After the war, Sherman became the General-in-Chief of the Army and was praised for his ideas on total warfare. Then you will see my favorite, Sarah Edmonds, mainly because she was a woman, or better known as Franklin Flint Thompson, because she dressed up as a man just so she could join the Army. She decided to join the military in hopes of escaping an abusive father and forced marriage. She later faced malaria, which forced her to give up her military career, but that did not stop her from being awarded an honorable discharge from the military, a government pension, and being the only female to be admitted to the Grand Army of the Republic. Last, Nathan Bedford Forrest. He was a lieutenant general of the Confederate Army in the Civil War. Not only that, he was the first Grand Wizard of the KKK. He was also a Confederate cavalry general and slave trader. The KKK led to many deaths and destruction of property, adding on to the damage being done by the war. The KKK is not as well known nowadays.